Economists believe China's move to devalue its currency is further evidence that the world's second biggest economy is slowing faster than expected. Not good news for South Africa, which is a major exporter of raw materials to China. The rand slumped to around 12.80 against the dollar soon after the news filtered through. A slowing Chinese economy and rate hikes in the US has left the currency at its worst levels in almost 14 years.
The fear is that when the US actually eventually increases interest rates, that high-yielding currencies like the rand, Turkish lira, Brazilian real, they're all going to come under pressure because basically people have been borrowing in dollar form to go and chase the high yields in those countries, and as the dollar funding becomes more expensive, so they unwind those positions.
The weakening currency has been of major concern to South Africa's domestic inflation outlook. And despite a weakening economy, the Reserve Bank hiked the repo rate for the first time in a year to keep inflation under control as it expects further weakness in the local currency.
Eventually, we're going to start seeing those weaker exchange rates filtering through into higher prices, and that's going to push up the inflation rate. I think the one direct one is the oil price and the petrol price that we pay. Thankfully, oil prices are falling at the moment, so it's limiting the extent to which petrol prices are rising.
The rand has lost around 8% of its value this year. It took a pounding against the sterling last week, dropping to its worst level since 2001. The currency is expected to hit 13 rand against the greenback before year-end. On the flip side, South African exports could benefit from a weaker currency. Concerns around China could also help to lift commodity prices. The gold price spiked to a 3-week high Tuesday after news of the yuan's devaluation.
So a weak rand is good for exports, and as we've seen, it's beginning to show in the half year of improved terms of trade with the rest of the world. On a trade-weighted basis, the rand is flat for the year. While it looks depreciated against the US dollar, but on a trade-weighted basis, it's flat.
While a weaker rand will help to shore up South Africa's trade deficit to some extent, ordinary South Africans will have to bear the brunt of higher interest rates. Sumitra, Nydoo, CCTV, Johannesburg.